Hey guys, this is Henry, goal coach, and I'm here to talk to you about the 5 essentials for traveling. We'll jump right in. Uh, what I did to make this video is I'm looking at the things that are going to be helping you make the most problem-free, relaxing, and basically with the least amount of prep work possible. These are the 5 essentials that I've found to make life the best when it comes to traveling. Usually best to be done between the month and a half to 2 months before the actual trip is being taken. So the 5 points, first off, is our research. The second point is going to be the visa. The third point is going to be money related things, and then our fourth is going to be our smartphone. Fifth is going to be your backpack. Let's dive right in. We'll start with number 1. We've got our research. Research should only take you about 15 minutes, maybe an hour if you really want to dive in deep and go into a few other things. But go into it with a purpose, know exactly what you're looking for, and you're going to get the answers fairly quickly. Start you off with a quick story about this. When I went to Peru for the first time, it was for about a week. I got a cheap flight from Chile to Peru. I wanted to go to Machu Picchu and check out some things. I flew in with my best friend. We got there at about around 12 o'clock at night. We flew in, we got out of the airport, did all the customs, got some money out of an ATM. We went from there. A bunch of people started bombarding us as we walk out of the airport, being like, you need a taxi, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whoa, too much. So I didn't even speak Spanish at that point. My best friend did. And basically, he helped us. We got a taxi. About an hour into our trip, we had another half hour or so to go to get to where we wanted to go in the city. And the taxi guy is telling us, instead of it being $50 that he originally said that the cost of the trip was going to be, it was $500. And he's basically trying to extort $450 more out of us for this trip. We're like, no, we don't even have that much money, let alone we're going to give it to you. And he's like, stops on the middle of the highway, pulls over to the side. It's dark out. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. We're all by ourselves. I don't even speak the language. He's starting to argue with my friend. We pull our backpacks out of the car. We're standing on the edge of the road. He wants to fight us for the money. Luckily, that really bad situation took a turn for the better. Some highway patrol pulled up. The guy jumped in his car and took off. We could have avoided that whole situation. The situation was poorly planning on our part and allowed us to be vulnerable to somebody trying to take advantage of us. When you're going to do some research, there's a few key things you need to think. I would recommend seeing if the country uses Uber, or what types of public transportation there are: taxis, buses, trains. Know what to use and how to use them. Make sure you study so you know if you're going to use a taxi, that what to look for somebody who's going to try to rip you off. Getting a hostel, hotel, wherever you're going to be staying, make sure you have the address. So when you get out of the airport and you know exactly where you want to go, so you can take that public transportation to that place. Look up what kind of internet services are going to be the best and the most efficient, price affordable, so that way you can get a SIM card with some internet access right on it. That's going to come into play with the cell phone. We also have our little bit of research that should be done about current events. If there's any big sporting events, is there any elections coming up? Is there any riots that are common to certain areas? Where are some dangerous parts of the city or town or country that you're going? Customs and religions. Make sure there's nothing that you're going to be doing that's going to, or wearing, that's going to offend and cause problems, or even a color for a sporting event or something along those lines. Water, you want to make sure the drinking water or the different things that you're going to be consuming are going to be sanitary and good for you. So some places it's okay to just drink the water right out of the tap or out of the water fountain. Other places you want to go buy the bottled water. There's also things like your electronics that are going to be used there. Most common electronics that you're going to be buying, cell phones and computers and cameras, are going to have the built-in electric converter for you. It's not really something you need to worry about other than what's actually getting plugged into the wall, which you can buy for about $5 usually at Walmart or online, which can convert any plug to any plug. So you just put the right converter on, plug it into the wall, plug your electronics into it to charge it. All right, so that's number one, your research. Number two is going to be your visa. Okay, so your visa is going to be something that's probably going to take at the most 3 hours of your time. This is going to come into play with your research. You're going to find out what kind of visa you want to get. You're going to find out the different things that are going, how long that visa is going to be for, what you can do on that visa, and what you want to do will come into play with what kind of visa you should be getting. If you want to work, if you want to study, if you want to just be a tourist, how long you're planning on staying for, and so on. You want to make sure that you're careful with that. You know, calling and finding out about that visa when you're doing your research is key. Find out if you can get the visa before online, if you should get it just as you're flying into the country. Find out if you need any medical shots or examinations done in order to get the visa that you're looking for. I had a very unfortunate situation in Australia where I actually was living out of the country for a while, came back to the US, and then was going to Australia, and I wasn't able to get the visa I wanted because I had been living in that other country and didn't plan ahead of time for the medical examinations I needed due to where I was at before. Everywhere is a little different, and every visa is a little different at every place. Some places will require that you have a certain amount of money in the bank. Other places will also require that you have a health insurance plan for the time you're there. So just be careful and aware of that. So number two is your visa. Number three is going to be money. This is going to be everything from your credit cards, the cash you have, as well as I would even say one thing to keep in mind would be your passport. You're going to, and the cost involved in visas. When you're setting up your cards and passport and everything, before you leave, check the dates on everything. Make sure everything's current, nothing's going to expire through the course of your trip. It can be, you can get a renewal of a passport, you can get a renewal of a credit card shipped to you and so forth. If at all possible, you want to try to avoid that. It just is a lot of back and forth, technical stuff, worrisome about getting a credit card or passport shipped to you because it just ran out of expiration, when you can just get a brand new one very easily before you even go. As far as money was also concerned, I would recommend probably taking about $100 to your local bank, getting the currency exchange that you need for where you're going. It's going to cost you very minimal. Their bank's going to be very easy to work with, and you can have the $100 in your wallet when you land if you need it. In all other cases, I would recommend using a Visa or MasterCard. It makes life a whole lot more convenient, and almost every place you go is going to be able to be paid with that. And if you absolutely need to pay something in cash, you have a few dollars to use while you're there. But not having so much in cash will also make you a lot less likely for being robbed. And if you, in some cases, are robbed, you give them $100 and it's all that's all you have. As far as your documents go and all of that, I would recommend taking a quick, clear picture of your passport, your cards, your ID, and so on, saving them to one of your clouds, whether it's your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Dropbox, or something along those lines. Sending an email to a friend or a family member. That way they have those important documents with a visual, clear photo of all the information that's on there in the case of being robbed or having your information lost or whatever the case may be. Okay, now that would be number three, so that's going to be your money. Number four is going to be your smartphone. Essential for traveling, in my opinion. You might need to buy a new one. Most people have one that's going to be just fine. One app that I would highly recommend, other than the Uber that we talked about before, would be WhatsApp. This is going to be a messenger app. You can message, call, video chat. You can take videos, send audio, take audio, all just with the internet, not having to have minutes or text messaging on your phone. This makes it very convenient for getting a SIM card as soon as you land. When you get into the airport, you buy a SIM card with some certain amount of data. You can then text everybody you know. I got landed safely. Hey, I got here. You can start doing, Instagram or Facebook or whatever you want to do, posting pictures. It also allows you to use Google Maps or another form of maps right on your phone anywhere you're going. This will help you to travel everywhere you're going in that country for a short period or a long period of time. Obviously, with your smartphone, make sure you bring your charger. Don't forget that kind of stuff. If you do, in whatever case, you can usually buy those cables and they're universal for very cheap. So, one of the most important things about your cell phone is it being unlocked. When you get a phone from a service provider and you don't buy it unlocked just from the manufacturer, then your phone is going to be locked to a particular wave. In that case, you'll only be able to use it with one company's SIM card. So what you need to do is get your phone unlocked if it isn't already. That unlocking it makes it available to be able to use with any SIM card with any company in the world. It's really convenient. It means you can just take your SIM card out, put it in your wallet, put the new SIM card in that you just bought at the airport, and bam, you're up and running for 20 bucks or 5 bucks or 30 bucks, depending on how much you get in data for the whole time you're going to be at this new place. So that's number 4. That is going to be your cell phone. Number 5 is going to be your backpack. Start off. If you've got your backpack, the things you need to have in it. It's going to be your chargers and cables for all of your devices. You're going to want to include a little converter for your micro SD card from your phone or your camera, so you can put that in your computer if you bring a computer, or put it online on the computer when you want to upload stuff. I would also bring an extra pen drive just for valuable information if you want to keep some information on that, or for extra storage. You can also bring a pen and a notebook. I would recommend going to Walmart and getting some small 100 milliliter cases that you can put shampoo, toothpaste, you can put some different, hair products and so on and so forth, depending on what you need and what you want. But keep them in the small cases so that way you have them and you can bring them with you on your carry-on. If you have a computer and want to bring that, as well as a change of clothes. If you're wearing flip-flops, bring some sneakers. If you're wearing sneakers, maybe put in a pair of flip-flops. And I would always recommend a sweatshirt or a small light jacket, something you can put on in the airport that's not huge and bulky, but can keep you warm if you get a little chilly, or even if you're going to a warm climate. If it rains or something like that, sometimes the temperature drops and you want a little warm up. Those are the essential things that I would put in a backpack and that you would definitely need on you as your carry-on wherever you go. And that's if you're bringing a big suitcase and checking something on. If that gets lost, you have the essentials. If you're not bringing the big suitcase and you have the backpack, like I do, I put a few extra pairs of clothes in there, and I'm set. I have everything I need. So number 5, your backpack. That should only take about an hour to pack. If you know what you want to bring, you've consolidated it, you shouldn't have much time at all packing that up in a small little backpack. Okay, so we just went through the 5 essentials for traveling. We started off with your research. Second was your visa. Third is going to be your money. Fourth, your cell phone. Fifth, your backpack. Now, all of those things together should only be able to take you about 7 hours in total. And that's if you have to do medical examinations. That's if you need to do a ton of research. That's if you need to, go to the store and buy a few of the things to bring with you in your backpack. This is not talking about a lot of time to get you set up in the most convenient way, and it's going to eliminate the most amount of problems wherever you're going for however long. Okay guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you found it instructive and helpful. I'd really love it if you guys could subscribe, share the video. If you think that somebody you know might be able to benefit from some of the information in this video, please shoot them a link, share it on your page. That will go a long way to getting some good information into the hands of the right people. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, as I said before, I'm also a goal coach. I would love to help you set and accomplish goals for long-term travel. So if you'd like to reach out to me, I'd love to have a life-changing goals session with you, and hopefully we can meet those goals together. Have a great day.